All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live stream. Good to have a lot of you guys here, which is fantastic. And interesting news that's been propping up. I've been looking forward to talking about this. I think this is perfect that the news have materialized now, and finally get to give you guys my opinion, my thoughts, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this as well. So, as you can see, breaking: Chelsea host Hendrick's family at training ground. And obviously, Thiago Silva was there. Introduced Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva is a key component on this particular matter. Look, there's no doubt that Hendrick is a wonder kid, is one of those up-and-coming sensations, Brazilian wonder kid. And whenever this happens, you need to be on top of it. You don't want to miss out on another opportunity. Obviously, times like Neymar, we all know when Neymar was the wonder kid coming out from Brazil, and obviously Barcelona were first to snap up the situation. And now, even till today, we would like Neymar at Chelsea Football Club. He's turned out to be one hell of a player. Obviously, will be legend of the game. And obviously now with the Brazil World Cup, the Qatar World Cup coming up, Brazil's a big shout. And quite possibly Neymar could have an opportunity to win that. So, prior to Neymar, there were a whole heap of other wonder kids, man. I still remember a long time ago, Romario, Rivaldo, Roberto Carlos, and the names just keep on going. Ronaldinho, Kaká, Ronaldo, the real Ronaldo, do you know what I mean, back in those days. So I can understand why Chelsea are very, very keen on ensuring that we don't miss out on a particular situation with Hendrick. He's 16, though. He's 16. There was a lot of hype about, I don't know if you guys remember, Gabigol, I think that's his name, and he's disappeared. Look, we'll get into the news deeply, and we'll obviously get into my opinion deeply. I just want to say one thing to start things off, and I want to see what you guys have to say in the live chat as well. It's great that we are setting ourselves up to get all these future talents in the likes of Chukwuemeka, Cesar Caseti, Gabriel Salina. Who else have we been linked with? I think that Fulham striker Luke Harris or something like that, and many other players. Obviously, Omari Hutchinson, Lewis Hall. These are Lewis Hall is more of an academy product. Omari Hutchinson is someone that we've purchased as well from Arsenal. Now we're looking to get Hendrick. I get it. We are trying to set ourselves up for the future, which is great. But my only thing is there will be no future if you don't take care of the present. That's all I want to sort of start the conversation with, and something for you guys to think about as well. Great to hype things up, great to look forward to future, but if the current situation, if we don't manage currently, if we don't get players right now, because Hendrick, one, he can't come right now, he's 16, so there's rules. I think he can't leave until he's 18. He's got to stay at Palmeiras till 2024, and his release clause is 60 million. We're going to touch on all of that. We can't be focusing on the future if we let go of the present. This is why it's important to get players like Nkunku. It's important to get players like Rafa Leao, perhaps. It's important to be linked with players like Trossard and build that attack for now. Because if there is no now, there is no future. That's just the way I think about it. But we'll get in on all the news. Good to see a lot of you guys already in the building. Nearly 70 of you guys are here. Smash the like button. It's only been 5 minutes. Get those likes up to 70 immediately. We're going to try and get to 100 likes within the stream. It won't be the longest stream because we've got All You Can Eat Chelsea coming up very, very soon. So I've got to get ready for that. That will be a live show. So do make sure you join All You Can Eat Chelsea, which is on Matisse's channel, which will happen in probably about an hour and 15 minutes time. So let's get those likes up. Smash those likes, ladies and gentlemen. We're very close to 18,000 subscribers. So if you're here for the first time as well, subscribe. Okay, let's have a look at the news first before we get into it further on. Tom Reddy is the one who's broken this news. Exclusive: Chelsea and Thiago Silva host Hendrick's family at training ground in bid to sign 16-year-old Brazilian prospect. Now, I appreciate Todd Bowley's efforts in this particular matter. He's been on it. He's, I think, even tried to buy a Brazilian club. Now, I don't know whether it's Palmeiras or whoever else. He's been really wanting badly to buy a Brazilian club, to kickstart that multi-dimensional, structure that we're looking to have. Many different football clubs that we want to own, and we can perhaps send all our players, young players there, control the situation, build them up, and ensure that they all turn out to be somewhat of a superstar. But it didn't come into fruition. Nonetheless, Todd Bowley's efforts in trying to get this youngster, this wonder kid, has been, admirable. It really has been. Kudos to Todd Bowley to at least put the effort. But my thing is, Hendrick is a sensation at the moment. Like, we're not the only one that knows about Hendrick. There's a lot of clubs there that knows about Hendrick. We're not the only one that's scouting him and looking at him. Real Madrid's looking at him. PSG is looking at him. My thing is, fine, let's get excited. Let's get hyped up about this particular player. But I find it difficult to think how he would join Chelsea Football Club. Like, I really do. I don't understand how he would get excited to join Chelsea now. Obviously, it won't happen now. We'll look at the whole news very soon. He needs to stay at Palmeiras till 2024. But when you've got teams like Real Madrid, when you've got Vinicius Jr. there, when you've got Rodrigo there, when you've got Militao there, all of those three players are going to the World Cup. I'm pretty sure Hendrick probably looks up to Vinicius. I'm pretty sure he probably, would rather connect with Brazilian players over there. Now, you may say, but Miz, we have Thiago Silva at Chelsea Football Club. Sure, we do. But by the time it's 2024, if he does join us, I would highly doubt Thiago Silva is still going to be with us. I'm not even sure whether Thiago Silva is going to be with us next season. This could possibly be his last season with us after the World Cup. It may not be. He may stay around for another season. I would be very surprised if Thiago Silva is here for the 2024-2025 season. Very, very surprised. That's 2 more years. So why would Hendrick choose right now? We're in the start of the project. We've got a new manager. We've got to get a whole heap of new players. We've got to set out so many things. As I said, everything that we did under Roman era, scrap all that. Forget about that. It's a new ownership. It's a new structure. It's a new vibe, new environment. Pretty much everything is new. Peter Cech gone. Marina gone. Bruce Buck gone. It's pretty much everything is new. So for his parents to come and check out the Chelsea facilities, which will be world class, don't get me wrong. Chelsea's training facilities, Chelsea's, all the other sort of things that go with football is world class. So from that perspective, definitely. But if you were a youngster, like, ask yourself, if you guys in the live chat over 100, if you were a youngster, a Brazilian wonder kid, and you know the kind of players that are playing in Real Madrid, your Brazilian fellow, superstars, you tell me, would you choose Chelsea Football Club or Real Madrid? Simple question to you guys. Simple question. I'm not saying it can't happen. It can, but I don't want to get myself overhyped about this and it doesn't happen, because we know what happened last summer. All these players that we wanted didn't end up coming at Chelsea Football Club. So that's the one thing I just want to quickly point out. Shubra saying, why not? Premier League is the most attractive league in the world. He can go to Real on his prime, isn't it? Sure. But then why Chelsea? Shubra, why Chelsea? Why not Man City? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, what makes it very, very exciting for a youngster like Hendrick, who Pretty much the entire world seems to be after him. What makes it so exciting for him to join Chelsea Football Club? That's what I'm trying to say. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's great, as I said, Todd Bowley going for players like, young prospect like Hendrick. I think we'd rather stay focused on what we need now, because if we sort it out now, then the future will take care of itself. Right now, we don't seem to have some sort. I want to ask you guys, can we expect to beat Newcastle? Can we beat Newcastle? Just ask yourself that. We've been getting walloped lately. Can we think about now? Can we think about now before we start thinking about the future? That's what I'm saying. Advait, big up, bro. It's an open race for sure. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, it isn't a case of just hype. And that's the other thing. Advait. What a sensational comment. He's 16. And I know he's blowing up the numbers at the moment. He's doing really well. But and I'm going to show you what his release clause is. 60 million euros. Do you know what I mean? So obviously we're going to look into all of these comments. I can see a lot of you guys, not doubting his talent. I'm not doubting his talent, but I'm just saying, let's calm down, man. Let's calm down. Uncle Sharma, good to see you, my man. We need a signature Miz song if you sign this team. Of course. If we do end up signing this guy, this kid, I can't even say this guy, then there will be a song. There's no doubt about that. There will be a song. Okay, let's have a look at what this article says. I don't have the subscription for the Times. Obviously, I'm not going to pay for that. But we can see the initial extract of this particular article. Chelsea host Hendrick family at training ground in bid to sign 16-year-old Brazilian. As I said, great effort from Todd Bowley to be able to bring the family in and host a training session. I'm pretty sure Hendrick's family would be very enthusiastic, would be enthralled, would be very amazed and excited by the facilities that Chelsea have. It's world class. Chelsea are pushing hard to sign the Brazilian teenage sensation Hendrick, having hosted his family at the club's training ground and introduced Thiago Silva. I'm not sure why they have to, I thought Thiago Silva would probably already know their family, but maybe he doesn't. Hendrick's name is a huge name in Brazil, in Palmeiras as well. So obviously he's a Palmeiras player. I thought, Thiago Silva, pretty sure he's the captain of Brazil. Would have already known the family, but maybe he doesn't. So good that obviously, his family has been introduced to Thiago Silva. Hendrick, the 16-year-old Palmeiras striker, is among the world's most sought-after teenage talents, with Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain among the clubs aiming to secure a deal to join on his 18th birthday. Now, the other thing is, depending on whether Neymar, how long he stays, Neymar's got I think he's still got a 4-year contract remaining at Paris Saint-Germain. Depending if he stays there, that'd be another case for Hendrick, wouldn't it, to stick around, to go to PSG, I suppose. Obviously, Real Madrid is a huge one with all those players that are still young, not hitting their prime as yet. Real Madrid is a huge chance, and PSG with Neymar being there is obviously a big thing, as long as Neymar stays, obviously. I won't sign him though, just giving the other side of the coin, and no, Real will always be first choice. Now, look, I'm exploring everything as well. I'm exploring everything. I just want our football club to focus on now, because I feel like now the present is slipping away, and we are so focused on the future. I'm worried that there may not even be a proper future if we miss out on all these Champions League football and this, that, the other. Forget about the future, man. Like I remember, if you guys remember, when Arsenal was going through this phase, buying all these youngsters, bringing all these youngsters in, bringing these youngsters from their academy, and players like Jack Wilshere, Samir Nasri, whoever else. They had many other youngsters. They just came. Cesc Fabregas left their football club at a young age as well. They had all these young players that kept on coming in, and they thought that they were going to build something and they're going to have, a sensational team, but they just kept on leaving. All these young talent just kept on leaving. Arsenal went through this. This is the first time Arsenal have been able to keep their players in the likes of Gabriel Martinelli, Saka, so on and so forth. Previous years, they were leaving. They didn't believe, and they just left. At 16, if he's not the real deal, he could always be sold with amazing resale value. It's a win-win. At 16, if he's not the real deal, how do you sell him for an amazing resale value? That doesn't make sense to me. If he's not the real deal, how do you sell him for amazing value? You'd be able to sell him for amazing value if he is the real deal. But then you keep him. Miz, do you think Potter has enough fire and talent in him to win us the Prem? I don't think he can deal with the egos, and also I don't think he brings in big names. Great manager, but not the right for us. Look, I don't know, man. I know a lot of people in recent times have been a bit skeptical about Graham Potter. I feel like he's a good manager. He needs to be given he needs to be given time. And that's the other thing. How does Graham Potter manage a player like Hendrick? Like, is he interested in like wonder kids? Or is he more keen to bring in some experience right away? Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. 60 is better used towards a starting midfielder. Exactly. Now let's look at this. So this is what Fabrizio Romano has pinned on his Twitter page. And we'll look into that. Before we do that, over 120 live right now. Smash the like button, guys. Let's get those likes up to 100 plus. It would be amazing to get that. Always try and get 100 likes within the stream. And then anything beyond that is fantastic. So let's try and get to 100. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe, because we're very, very close to 18,000 subscribers. So let's do that. So yeah, let's have a look at this. Real Madrid, this is Fabrizio Romano who's pinned this particular tweet. Fabrizio doesn't pin tweets if he doesn't feel there's something juicy that's going on. Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, and Chelsea are the three clubs that are pushing hard to sign Hendrick. They are ahead of all other clubs. There's no official bids to Palmeiras yet, but it will happen soon. Release clause, 60 million euros. Hendrick would join in 2024. So this is the season of 2024-2025. Because Hendrick's contract, there is a release clause. We'll get back to this particular tweet. As you can see here, contract expires 30th June 2025. But it won't be that. We won't wait till 2025. So next season is 23-24. So at the end of next season. So the season 24-25. But this finishes, the contract with Palmeiras finishes in 2025, which is at the end of season 24-25. We'll probably trigger it at the end of next season. But 60 million, ladies and gentlemen. 60 million euros. He's going to be 17. You tell me how you feel about that. I need to know. I want to take some of your comments now. 60 million euros for Hendrick. Is it better to spend that level of money to get proven stars now and help us out right now? Or do we pay for that later on? Let's see what you guys have to say. Brighton playing well, beating Arsenal. I would like to get some new talent over Hazard, but as stopgap till summer, maybe he'll be a great for Newcastle if he joins them in Jan. I don't think he can join. He can't join anyone until 2024. There's laws, like he's 16. Like you got to be 18 apparently. I don't need big players. I need players who give everything in the pitch every match. He might join 2024 Jan. Yeah, he could possibly do that. Yes, he could possibly do that. That would make him still, 17? How old is he now? 16. July. So next July, he'll be 17. So he'll be still 17. He'll be 17. Is he someone that's going to start? I don't think so. And that's the other thing, ladies and gentlemen. Is he just going to come into the Premier League as a 17-year-old? Let's just say, for argument's sake, that he does come to the Premier League in January 2024, right? we're entering 2023. So let's say just over 12 months, so 13, 14 months. Does he just start for us immediately? Premier League defenders are not bunnies. Premier League defenders are not just going to allow a 17-year-old to run amok. I highly doubt he would start for us. I highly doubt. He would probably have to. He'd probably have to work himself up from the development a little bit. I'm not saying the standards in Palmeiras or the Brazilian league is bad. Obviously, it's decent, but nowhere near Premier League. Do you know what I mean? So that level of money to have in the development squad initially is probably been mad. Much like what we're seeing with Cesar Casedi and all those players at the moment. Whether it's Chelsea or Real Madrid, we will definitely negotiate. I don't see anyone actually meeting the release clause. If anything, Chelsea would probably go before the release clause and then put him in the development squad maybe. Because that's probably one way to beat competition, is not to wait till the release clause. If you wait till the release clause, probably no one would. Actually, I don't think anyone would pay that level of money. They'll probably wait till his contract finishes. So if Chelsea's keen, the one way Chelsea would beat everyone is what they're doing with Christopher Nkunku. With Nkunku, Chelsea are not triggering the release clause. They're doing some sort of payment structure more than the release clause. I think the release clause for Nkunku is also 60 million euros. The release clause for Nkunku is 60 million euros, the same as Hendrick. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's the same as Hendrick. Correct me if I'm wrong, live chat. I'm pretty certain Nkunku's release clause is 60 million euros as well. But we're not paying that. We're actually paying overs, so that we can sign Nkunku and not have any competition. Whether it's okay. So we've seen that. Arsenal signed Partey and Jesus with that Champions League. They've shown what long-term signings and patience can bring. This fan base is too entitled. But see, I appreciate comments like this, but I think what people forget, Arsenal didn't just wait last season. Arsenal haven't made to the Champions League for at least 6 years. It wasn't just waiting last season. It's been waiting for 6 years. God forbid that it happens to us. But if it does, make CFC great again. Can you wait 6 seasons? That's all I'm trying to say. A lot of people keep saying this. Oh, Arsenal waited and they've made it to the Champions League. They've waited 6 seasons, man. Arsenal's not seen Champions League football for a while. It just didn't happen overnight, like just by waiting 1 season. No. By the way, Brazilian people are saying Hendrick is more dominant than Neymar at his age. That's fantastic, man. Let's actually have a look at his stats a little bit. So, Hendrick Felipe Moreira de Souza, that's his name, July 21st, 2006, date of birth, my day, 16 years old, 1.73 meters. So he's not the tallest player, but quite possibly a low center of gravity, which is great. Joined Palmeiras July 21, 2022. So this season, he signed a professional contract with Palmeiras. Before that, he was in the youth clubs. Contract expires in 2025. And he's been killing it. He's apparently been killing it. So in Copinha must be their youth tournament. So he's played 7 games there, 6 goals. In Serie A, in the proper Brazilian league, he's played 6 matches, 3 goals, 1 assist, which is the senior team, which is fantastic. I think this is the record in senior team in recent times. An assist against Avaí FC, 2 goals against Atletico PR, goal against Fortaleza. So the talent is there. The talent is there. He is the next big thing. There's no doubt about that. I just want to read this out because he's been scoring some unbelievable amount of goals in the youth division. This is maybe a few days ago, 10th November 2022. Today, it was literally yesterday. Chelsea joined race with Real Madrid and PSG for 16-year-old prodigy Hendrick. This is coming from ESPN. The summer transfer window, okay. Top story, Chelsea, Real Madrid and PSG race for Hendrick. Chelsea are preparing to battle with Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain for the signature of Palmeiras wonder kid Hendrick, reports the Evening Standard. The Blues are said to have held several meetings with the 16-year-old striker who made his senior debut last month after reportedly scoring 165 goals in 169 games for the Brazilian club's youth teams. That's unbelievable amount of goals, man. I don't know if I've seen a youth player banging that many goals, like in any sort of leagues. When was the last time a particular kid has banged in that many goals? That's some amazing numbers, man. That really is. Let's see what you guys have to say. Libs, I know it's crazy. They have had a decent start to the season. Doesn't mean anything. A Chelsea fan praising Arsenal. Crazy Chelsea fan praising Arsenal. I don't understand some of these people. Just saying, we are Chelsea. When we haven't competed for the league title since 2017 and only dominating Champions League once since 2014 means nothing. We need to build for sustainability. I agree. We definitely need to build for sustainability. Our process would be faster than Arsenal's, though. We have an experienced manager and a better people in the background to back Potter. Yep, I agree. And I hope that's the case. Make CFC great again. That's just nonsense. We have been unlucky. You're the one with the short memory. This time last year, we were first in the Premier League. Then we were slapped with injuries. We would wait, but Arsenal is not us. Arsenal don't have Bowley, and Arteta was not there from the beginning. Let's stop the wait time. We won't have to. And also, who says we don't have now in mind? No, we do have. I don't know. Hopefully, we do have now in mind. Obviously, players like Nkunku linked with players like Rafael makes me think, yes, we have now in mind. But results, man, we need results. Like, you look at the Premier League now, man, it's strong, it's difficult. Like, there are teams that are doing so well. And we seem to be very focused on finding these gems for the future, which is okay. I'm not being angry or anything. I'm just creating a discussion. I'm creating a discussion point. I just hope that we invest enough for now. We need midfielders. We need a right-sided backup for Reece James. We need more attackers up front. Like, people concentrate. Like, just think about it from a life point of view. You concentrate on ensuring that your present is looked after, and then only you start preparing for the future. If you're present, if you can't live your day-to-day life, you know, how much you're going to earn now, what bills you got to pay, if you can't maintain that, what's the point of putting away money for the future? Get present sorted and then start putting away stuff for the future. You look at what Man City did. Man City, when they were first building up, and even with Pep, when first Pep came in, Pep didn't start coming in and, you know, looking for Fodens and Cole Palmers and Rico Lewis and all those players. When Pep came in, Man City spent. And they wanted to ensure that the present is the first priority. And then they started dominating. And then they started winning. And now, after probably in the last couple of seasons, now you're starting to see Phil Foden becoming a mainstay. They're starting to prepare for the future, giving Foden probably a long-term contract. Now you're starting to see Cole Palmer slowly getting, you know, into the team. Now you're starting to see Rico Lewis. This is how you build. This is how you build. You fix up the present and you slowly then look for the future. And I get it. Players like Hendrick, God knows when it might be the next time. But then again, it's not a surety either. It's not a surety either. Like as Advay just stated a moment ago, it's not like it's 100% guarantee that Hendrick is going to be a world beater. Do you know what I mean? Like we won't get Hendrick until 2024. There's a lot that can happen until then. There's a lot that can happen. These are just some of the stats in regards to Hendrick. Let me just take this. Imagine him and Omari in the front line. Omari Hutchinson. Honestly, Omari Hutchinson should start getting some opportunities right now, man. He really should be. Very annoyed the fact that he didn't feature at all against Man City. So yeah, this is a bit of the heat map for this season for Hendrick. Played 6, started twice, minutes per game 41, team of the week once, goals 3, scoring frequency 82 minutes. Obviously, it's early days. Goal conversion 23%, passing 12 touches, big chances created 1, key passes, accurate per game 74%. So look, I mean, not too much to look into that because it's early days, to be honest. But let's see what you guys have to say. 150 plus live right now. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to get 100 likes. We're up to 54, so 46 likes away. We've got All You Can Eat Chelsea on Matisse's channel very, very soon. I think less than an hour. So let's get those likes up. And then after this, obviously, we go to that channel and we will see you guys there. But for the time being, let's see how you guys, let me know. Comment now how you feel about Hendrick, everything we've discussed. Let's have a good discussion about that. Okay, look, I'm sorry for being hot-headed about this. I do understand what everyone's saying. A process is important. I could be patient, but if you think Chelsea can be getting slapped up by Brighton, yeah, fair enough. I think Bowley wants us to have a young first team like Leipzig or Salzburg. Yeah, there is some articles that's floating around that Todd Bowley apparently wants an average age of 25 and less. So there's going to be a lot of change in the future. There's going to be a lot of players that's going to be moved on, and yeah, there'll be changes. It will be a young team very soon. But a young team doesn't mean that you're going to win. A young team means inexperience. Young means inexperience in real life. Forget about footballers, because the concept still, is relevant to footballers as well. But once again, from a life point of view, when you're young, you're inexperienced. You don't know much, and expecting you to do crazy and getting big achievements at a young stage is unexpected. So having a young squad, great. You're setting up for the future. But don't expect to be winning right now. It may take a little bit of time. And then there's that whole thing that I said. If some players don't believe and they think that they're better off leaving, much like, as I said, with Arsenal ages ago, I've seen a lot of the youngsters when they joined Arsenal, and Arsenal were building a big team, young up-and-coming team. They've ended up leaving. So, and as Thomas Tuchel said in recent times, if I'm going to listen to that podcast very, very soon. He had a podcast in India. He said that a process is only trustworthy as long as you keep winning. Short period of losses, you can overcome it. But if there's prolonged period of losses, everyone starts doubting the process. So just understand that. Just understand that. That's not true. Signed youngsters like Stones, Sane, Jesus, etc., and built a young core. Edison too. Okay, fair enough. That wasn't the exact point that I was going for, but fair enough. And Kunku, Lavia, Vardiol, etc., are the proof that Todd is also looking at present. Yeah, and this is what I want more focus on. I want more focus on right now, as opposed to getting so excited about Hendrick. I need to be focused now. I need to know what we're doing this season. I need to know what our plans are next season before we can get excited about Hendrick. That's all I'm saying as a football fan. Like, I'm not against this move. I would love Hendrick, but I don't want our football club to forget now. What's the plan for Newcastle? What's the plan for Newcastle? Are we winning against Newcastle? Are you expecting to win against Newcastle? If the answer is no, then don't worry about Hendrick now. Don't worry about Hendrick now. Do you know what I mean? Worry about now. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We need to win now. Screw the kids, Ray Allen. There you go. Look, I'm not saying screw the kids as well. Like, you need kids. I get that, but all these things, from our owners, buying all these future talents. Buy talents now. Get talents now. Bring them in. Let's ensure that the present is looked after. Then we can, be excited about the future as well. You can do both, lol. I don't know why people think signing for now and future are mutually exclusive. That you're completely missing the point, man. You're missing my conversation. You're thinking I'm against it. I'm not against it. I'm just saying this is all about mindset. This is all about what is the narrative for the fan base. It's like all these bad results that we have, that we've been having in recent times. Let's forget about that. Let's get excited about Hendrick, who's going to be coming at 2024 if he joins us. That's what I'm trying to say. These news, it's like a mechanism to forget about the current situation. Miz, have you heard? Miz, you heard how Yunus was at Cobham yesterday at training? Yeah, man, I saw the video. Fantastic video. Hendrick signing is at least 2 transfer windows away, so I understand what Bowley is doing with regards to long-term planning. Yeah, fair enough. As long as he's making sure that we do some signings for January. In January, we better get a right-sided player, a backup for Reece James. Very, very important. My problem is not manager. My problem is our player who don't know to go dribble the ball and run with the ball. Fair enough. Get him in. It's good to have a young and hungry first team with everything to prove, but we need experience to guide them. There you go. Solid comment from Ryan, man. The entire team can't be the young. There needs to be veteran winners in the team like Silva. Exactly. This is the other point that I've been trying to make. You can't just influx the team with youth. A bunch of inexperienced, talented youngsters will not be able to beat a group of individuals with a lot of experience. It just won't happen. It doesn't happen. You gotta need a mix. I will want Bruno Guimaraes to Chelsea. Wow. See, this is the level of player that I would get excited now. I rather Chelsea focus on Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes is young. Like, he is also part of the future. He would be part of the future. Like, this is the level of play. Try and steal Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle. Do that. Because he would transform us. He would transform the midfield. He really would. He's one of the best midfielders in the Premier League right now. If we manage to get Hendrick, all Brazilians will have eyes on Chelsea, which is a new market and will nurture potentially the new Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo. Yeah, that's a good point as well. It will open up the gates for players from Brazil to join us. When you see a new sensation like Hendrick join Chelsea Football Club, it will open up the gates for future youth players from there as well. I completely agree. Try for Hendrick now. If not, go for Mukoko. That's a CF started for years and will be part of the long-term plan. It already looks like we have no CF for now, so why not wait? Yeah. I guess the other thing is, what about Broja? Armando Broja. Everyone forget about him. Which will be interesting. Where to watch the podcast, Miss? It's on Spotify, actually. Let me just bring that up. I was meaning to listen to it very soon. Yeah, here we go. It's the first one. It's on Spotify. See if I can zoom. Hopefully that clears up. No? Come on. Why doesn't it clear up? No. Okay, so basically it's the power of routine, intuition, and Ayurveda with Thomas Tuchel. So it's called Ayurvedic Healing and Beyond. Let me just type that down. So if you guys are interested, it's Ayurvedic Healing and Beyond. Yeah, that's the podcast, and it's the latest episode, which is with Thomas Tuchel. So do check that out. I'm going to listen into that. Some interesting comments that's going on. That's not true. Arteta was 15 and finished 8th twice, and the players understood where the club was. Okay, fair enough, man. Is I don't mind losing right now, but as long as I can see clear direction and promise. Totally agree with TT. We're losing tomorrow anyway. Miz, I heard Real Madrid wants to get Rafael Leao. Why wouldn't they be in the mix? But I hope we are able to get him. He still needs to work on himself. There's a lot of work that Rafael Leao needs to do anyway. Enzo Fernandez greater than Palmeiras. Look, I don't know if I will go that far because I've not watched enough of Enzo Fernandez. I wish I got to watch enough of Benfica, but at least I've seen quite a bit of Newcastle, and this guy seems he seems brilliant, man. And I would love to have him at Chelsea Football Club. It will probably not happen, but if it did, wow. Bro, no offense, you're being pessimistic about the Hendrick deal. Chelsea are still massive and a big attraction, biggest club support in Brazil for Chelsea. And look at our Brazilian legends. I'm sorry if each and every one of you guys are actually thinking I'm being pessimistic about it. That wasn't the message. And if that's how it's come out, then I'm really sorry, because that wasn't what the conversation was. I'd be ecstatic if we get Hendrick. But all I'm saying is I'm worried about now. It's a different mindset. Every individual has a different mindset. Some of you guys get excited about the future. Some of you guys want to think about now. Some think about the past. I'm now. My focus for Chelsea Football Club is the current situation, which is a mess, which is the fact that we don't win. And this is nothing on Graham Potter. Too early to assess Graham Potter. He's a good manager. In my perspective, he's a very good manager. I appreciated him in Brighton. So I'm willing to give him time, but I want us to start winning, because now the present is sort of slipping away. Nothing to do with Hendrick. Hendrick won't even join Chelsea Football Club until 2024, if he does join. So I'm sorry if the message is coming out as if I'm being pessimistic. That's not the case. My message is more, we need to focus for now. We need to get players like Nkunku. We need to get players like Rafael Leao, Trossard, so on and so forth. Hendrick ain't coming in now to help us out. That's the message I'm trying to get. And if that feels negative for you, if that feels pessimistic for you, that's up to you. That's up to you how you want to take it. Should Lewis Hall start in midfield against Newcastle? I don't know about midfield, but I definitely, if we do play a 3 at the back, I definitely would start him in the left wing back. I'm not entirely sure whether I would put him in midfield. I like the pace and his ability to give us something, an attacking threat on that left side. So if it's a 3 at the back, I'd definitely play Lewis Hall as a left wing back, and we'll talk about this obviously in the preview. Because I'll be off stream now because I'll be going to university to study my bachelor's degree of medicine and biochemistry, bro. I wish you luck with your content. Thank you, man, and good luck to you as well, man. Good luck to you. Study hard, work hard, and make a life out of it. A rather developed Broya, we cannot forget about him. He has all the new raw materials to succeed. And exactly. We've given Armando Broya a 5-year deal. We've not even been able to develop him as yet, and he would turn out to be a monster. I hope you'd think he would turn out to be a monster player. So, not to say that why can't Chelsea have more talented players? Of course, but someone like Broja is not even fully developed yet, and we are already thinking about Hendrick and this and that. And this is on top of, we don't have a striker right now, proper big time striker. Obviously, Aubameyang is our striker, but he's to the latter stages of his career. He's not going to be here at Chelsea Football Club forever. And it's not like we bang in goals. Have a look at our last 5 games. We don't bang in goals. We have an issue up front. So someone like Hendrick ain't going to come in and just solve that situation for us, especially in the Premier League, which is something to think about as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got over 170 plus, only 26 more likes away from 100 likes. So let's get those likes up if possible. It would be brilliant to get to 100 likes. Matisse's live, which I'll be there. Eunice will be there as well very, very soon. Probably about half an hour away, and we'll start over there. So it would be amazing to get to 100 likes before that. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. We're very close to 18,000 subscribers, which is a great achievement for the channel. And thank you to each and every one of you guys who always support. But it's not going to lie, this kid is not what we need right now. We need a rebuild, not to put hope into a young kid. See, Easy Money Sniper understands where I'm coming from. Like, I don't mind if we get, as I said, I don't mind if we get Hendrick, but I better see 3 players minimum for January. I better see 3 players for now, not for the future. I don't want 3 players for the future. I don't want more Cesar Casadis. I don't want more XYZ players. We've already got enough talented players to look for in the future. Lewis Hall, Omari Hutchinson, Charlie Webster apparently, and there's more. There's plenty. Cesar Casadi, Gabriel Slolina. There's plenty. Not every single one of these kids are probably even going to make it to the Chelsea football team, like first team. I need players now. In January, I need 3 minimum players. 3. Right-sided player for Reece James as backup. A solid backup as well for that. Midfielder, solid midfielder, and an attacker. A winger, inside forward, whatever you want to call it. Don't give me hopes about Hendrick now. Do all of that. Do all of that in the background. I'm okay. Homies, hope we win against Newcastle. At least that win will lift the mood of dressing room before the World Cup. We have to win, man. We needed to win against Arsenal. This is going to be the 5th game without a win. And I'm worried, man. I'm worried. Todd Bowley signed Hendrick at all costs. At all costs. Todd B signed Hendrick at all costs. Wow. Someone we won't be able to use until 2024. And whether he starts for us immediately, I don't even know. Like, see, this is the thing, man. I can't, as I said, not pessimistic, but I feel amazed sometimes, the mindset of certain Chelsea fans. Like, it's like you're oblivious to now. It's mad. It's mad. We need to purchase a midfielder like Jude. Should Lewis Hall start in midfield? Okay, you've already asked me that. We don't need Hendrick, in my opinion. Spending 50 million on this kid, it's going to help us now. Am I the only one concerned about our 3 best midfielders possibly leaving in the summer? We need at least 3 top-class midfielders in the summer. See, this is more of the topic. We need players in midfield. And I'm pretty certain Jorginho and Kante are probably going to leave. I don't know whether we're going to give Jorginho that level of money. Kante is probably not going to get the contract that he wants with his injury situation. And then Kovacic, is he going to stick around? He may stick around, but you never know. You never know. Bro, we need to sell some of these players in January and purchase some players too. Fair enough, Miz. I see your point there. Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks for seeing my point at least. Miz isn't being pessimistic, in my opinion. Chelsea were massive. It's up to the new ownership to show that we are massive. Spending big isn't enough. Look at United. It's also about ambition. Bang on, man. Bang on. Bang on talk. Bang on talk. Mr. Rich, good to see you, my man. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Sugar Roy doesn't make sense. That price is too high. Hasn't proven anything yet. I thought we were being smart. We don't want to slip down the financial order and buy players from Arsenal's pool 6 years ago, like Xhaka and Lokonga. President Zafar, you're being very short-sighted, Ms. Hendrick is a future franchise player. Why dismiss? I'm not dismissing. Anyway, if you've missed all that conversation, please check out what I've said earlier on. I'm not dismissing it. I guess we're just missing the point. If we lose tomorrow, that's no win in 5. Where does that leave fans on the manager? Because you can't over-up process with losses. Yeah. Yep. Ms. Trossard is twerking for us again. I would get excited about Trossard because I need Trossard now. President Jaffa, thank you so much for the super chat. I've been a Chelsea fan long enough to have seen the same scenario when we are scouting Neymar all those years ago. Same critique. Yes, I fully get that. I fully get that perspective that when Neymar was a sensation, why wasn't Chelsea after him? He ended up going to Barcelona, and obviously you see where Neymar is. It could potentially be the same thing with Hendrick. Fair enough, I get that. But I think we also need to understand our situation now. Do you know what I mean? Make CFC great again has been absolutely hammering me all stream. Miz, you're arguing over a silly point, though. I don't know why you're acting like we can't sign for now and the future like Bowley did in the summer. Fair enough, man. I concede. I'm going to try and be more excited about it. I guess the fact that I'm not feeling the hype is I'm caught up in now, man. I'm really hurting with how Chelsea are now, man. If I'm being absolutely honest, you would have seen my feelings in recent streams, watch-alongs. It hurts, man. It hurts to see, and I'm pretty sure it hurts each and every one of you guys. You know, my club is your club. Like, we're all Chelsea fans. We're all brothers and sisters. Do you know what I mean? Like, it hurts to see Chelsea go through the current phase that we're going through. It hurts. I'm not even going to lie, man. When was the last time we didn't see Chelsea win a game in 4? If we don't win against Newcastle, it'll be 5. When was the last time you enjoyed that? I've been watching Chelsea properly probably since early 2000s, late 1999, early 2000s. I don't remember the last time Chelsea didn't win 5 in a row. Like, it's not fun, man. It's like, it's difficult because you know that your club used to be a monster. That's why I can't put my mind around getting excited about Hendrick. I'm more thinking now. I can't now just come into the stream and go, yay, Hendrick, yes, we're going to get Hendrick. I can't have that. I want to win against Newcastle. And I feel like all this news about this, Hendrick, and I don't even know if Hendrick's going to join Chelsea Football Club. I'm not even sure if Hendrick's going to join Chelsea Football Club. Like, there's other clubs that are quite exciting to join. But yeah, we're going to end it very, very soon because All You Can Eat Chelsea will start very soon. Make CFC great again. Big up, Miz, not hammering you. Watch your channel all the time. Just saying we got to go through this. We've been spoiled because we were used to winning, have to be patient. It's not even about being... I don't like when people say we've been spoiled. Winning is a great thing. Winning is not a negative thing. I hate when people say you've been spoiled. We've been winning. That's great. If you work hard, you deserve to win. It's not like we've just been throwing money and it's just happened. And if you look at it in recent times, Roman he hasn't even thrown money. Probably since 2015, 16, it's not like we've been throwing money. We've not competed in the Premier League since Conte's, season that we won. I don't even know whether we've really been spoiled. Do you know what I mean? We've been chopping and changing. We've been probably mismanaging. I'm not sure whether we've been spoiled. Players have worked hard in previous times. Like, our success has been based on working hard. It's not just, throw the money and we've just got success. I don't think so. We've worked hard to get our success. And success isn't a negative thing. This whole thing about, you're spoiled, you've always had success, now you deserve to lose. Why? Why do I deserve to lose? Why? Why do I deserve to lose? I can take pain. I understand. I can take pain. I can stay patient. But haven't we been patient in the Premier League for a while now? We've not competed in the Premier League for a little while. A lot of people think, so spoiled, Chelsea. We've not won the Premier League for 6 years. And before you know it, you're going to be in Man United's position, who hasn't won in 10 years. You're going to be in Arsenal's position that hasn't won it in nearly 20 years. Do you know what I mean? People on Twitter calling me spoiled because I refuse to drop my expectations and have high standards. I guess winning is too much to ask for these days, Miz. Yeah, like, people look at, like, we're not demanding heaps. I'm not saying go out there and win the league. I'm not demanding that. I wanted us to beat Arsenal. We couldn't do that. I want us to beat Newcastle. Majority of the fan base don't even think we can beat Newcastle. I'm starting small. All right, we'll take this as the last comment and we'll wrap things up. President Jafar, honestly, you're spoiled and very entitled as Chelsea fans. There you go. Great way to finish up the stream. Seems like that is the final verdict from President Jafar. Look, I love you, President Jafar. I think you're a sensational fan. We may disagree at times, but I've got all the respect for you, man. Each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. This was a really nice conversation. And if you've missed it, do look back from the beginning. I think it's been a fantastic conversation. I think these are the level of conversations that we need to have as a fan base. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Very close to 18,000 subscribers. If you're here for the and if you've enjoyed this, smash the like button. Only 13 likes away from 100 likes. Until next time, I'll see you guys. Please make sure to join All You Can Eat Chelsea. Will be there live right now, very, very soon, which will be interesting again. Obviously, Eunice will be there, Matisse's channel. Until next time, everyone, take care. See ya.